What's up, nerds? Welcome back to Cool Nerd Show, episode 3. We're getting better at that intro. It's really hard to coordinate.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Because I can see, I can see Scott like working with stuff and then fixing
my
things.
microphone isn't coming through. Hold on.
Oh,
there we go. My mic was muted. It's all good. We're back. And my mic was double muted.
Yeah, because we're working on 2 different streams here, so I'm like giving him the thumbs up, saying that I'm ready, but I know he's not paying attention to me because he's like fixing something else on his end. Anyway,
hey, we'll get it.
We've got an awesome show. It's Cool Nerd Show episode 3. I'm not counting the spoiler cast as an episode. Hey, Devin, how is it going? Devin's in the chat.
Hey, yo, what's up, Dev?
So yeah, I'm not counting the spoiler cast as an episode because it's a spoiler cast and there's going to be many of them. So this is just episode 3. That's like a side episode, I feel like. So
Revenge of the Nerds. If we were doing Star Wars continuity again, and then the next one is a new nerd.
A new nerd. Followed by what? Rise of the Nerd?
No, Empire Strikes Nerd, and then Return of the Nerd.
And then the Nerd Awakens?
Yeah,
I guess.
And then Awakens, and then the last Nerd, and then the Rise of Nerd Walker. We skipped that one. We skipped that one. Like they should have skipped Rise of Skywalker.
We'll go right to the Nerdalorian.
Yeah.
Scott, how was your Super Bowl?
It was all right. I lost the first pick in the draft. That's about it.
You did.
Really bummed the Bengals didn't pull it out, but you know.
Come on, you got to be happy for Matt Stafford.
I am, but there was a lot of ref shenanigans. But anyway, this isn't a football podcast.
It's not, but you know, but because it was the Super Bowl, that's why we've decided that we're gonna have our video game draft today.
We probably should have had this fucking thing in January.
We should have, but we didn't have a show in January, so. And
very true.
We'll get right into the rules and how this is going to work and everything. But first, we've got some things to go over. So we'll start off with some housekeeping. As always, if you haven't already, which I know that there's not a ton of listeners right now, but join Cool Nerd Nation, the Discord. And I know you haven't already because I haven't seen any new people come in. I've seen one person come in since we started.
Yeah, that's the way. Threaten them.
Yeah, do it.
Hey, Steve resubbed
do it.
At tier 2. Thank you. I appreciate it, Perky Bear. You get party miles in the chat.
And speaking of that, you can watch Scott on Twitch and myself on Twitch at twitch.tv/Tresnator. You can also watch us on YouTube. The Cool Nerd Show podcast goes live on our YouTubes as well as on, live for me on YouTube. Scott posts it later, and it goes live on Twitch at the same time. So, yeah.
My Twitch viewers are also broken. Because it always says I have 1 viewer, but then it like on my stream recap it says I have more.
You sure?
So like live viewers are broken when it's like so low. Twitch is like small stream. Give them a 1. They don't care.
And then you can also follow us on social media. Just search Thick Flare or Tresnator. We'll come up.
It's all down at the bottom. Just fucking read it.
We've got some news that we're going to go over, and I think we're going to start off every episode like this where we'll kind of go over like the nerd news that happened.
There was a decent amount this week.
There was a decent amount, but I only have a handful of things in the show docs. If you want to bring something else up that I don't talk about, feel free.
Yeah.
So first off, we have the DC World Needs Heroes trailer. Scott, since you're our, in-house DC person, what did you think of the DC World Needs Heroes trailer?
It made me sad a little inside.
Yeah.
Even the good stuff. Well, let's start with the good. Dr. Fate. Good week for doctors.
Yeah.
Actually,
very good week for doctors.
Great week for doctors. Frontline workers. More power to them. The bad is just everything else. Like they showed the Batman, which is like. The Batman, it's whatever, it's just gonna be the Batman. But it's like then they showed the majority of like some Black Adam stuff, and it's like it's got that weird filter that Hollywood puts on all countries that aren't America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just like that.
It's like the designated film grain
Middle filter. Like
Yeah.
Black Hawk Down had it. Like any movie set in the Middle East, it's like just make it sepia tone because that's it. And it's like it kind of washed out the CG of Hawkman, and it's like they're gonna make Black Adam like a hero, like a legit hero. It looks like.
Well, he's an anti-hero. Isn't he going up against the Justice Society of America?
I mean, his dialogue made it seem like he was the protagonist.
Well,
at least in the trailer.
He's the protagonist because it's his movie.
Yeah, but like it doesn't seem like he's gonna be like, I don't know, whatever. It's The Rock. It's gonna be a movie with The Rock in it. They're always just about the same.
Can I call it right? Can I like make my prediction for what I think is gonna happen with this movie? So I don't know who. Do we know who the villain is? Like the actual villain of the movie?
I don't know. I just saw him fighting like goons.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna say whoever the villain is. I don't know. He's gonna have to team up with the Justice Society of America, but something's gonna happen where he's like not in with them and he's like conflicted, which is why we had that Dr. Fate like kind of asking him to join in the trailer. Isn't that what happened?
Yeah.
And I think at the end he's gonna wind up like killing them all. That's what I think is gonna happen, and it's gonna end.
You think he's gonna? I don't think they're gonna have him kill Dr. Fate and all them. I just don't. I don't think that they're gonna go that route.
I think they're gonna go the Invincible route. And except
that would be cool, but cool and DC don't really go together anymore, as seen by that Flash promo, where his suit looks like what's his face from Malcolm in the Middle when he was doing the speed walking.
Hal? I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I think, yeah, Rock heel turn. I think that's exactly what's going to happen at the end of Black Adam. Because he's not a good guy. He's a bad guy.
Okay, go to the reaction screen.
Okay, pulling it up.
Flash 2022. Tell me that's not spot on.
That is spot on. That is, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, I'm going back to the live feed.
It's I don't know. I'm very deflated.
Outside of Black Adam, I think everything else in here looks bad. Just doesn't look good. I'm not excited for the Batman. Yeah. I'm not excited for Flash. I'm not excited for.
Speaking of Batman, if we're just
Aquaman.
On the subject, we could go back to the reaction screen. Some set photos got leaked.
For the Batman. No, for the Flash.
And that's Batgirl. So it's a body double in Keaton's suit.
Ugh.
That is like super baggy.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. There's another one.
I mean, granted, like these suits though, like they
don't look good on. Like,
they don't. Yeah, exactly. They look better on like actual camera.
The more egregious thing. I'm going back to my reaction or my live screen. Is that I didn't pull up the picture, but there's a picture of the the body double and Commissioner Gordon, who's aged down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's presumably a flashback, which is just like confirmation that they're retconning.
Do we still get is J.K. Simmons still Commissioner Gordon?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a young, aged down J.K. Simmons with an aged down Michael Keaton, completely negating anything that happened beforehand.
Man, they're just trying to fail now.
Even throwing the Burton-verse under the bus because Commissioner Gordon was different in those movies.
Yeah, you're right. He was.
So I don't know what the fuck they're doing. There's no way to tell what the fuck they're doing.
I don't think they know what the fuck they're doing.
I think you're right on that one.
But enough of that. Enough of the DC World
Needs
Heroes trailer. I just don't think any of them looked good except for I am very interested in Black Adam, but outside of that, blah. We got a Multiverse of Madness trailer, which I didn't even see in the Super Bowl. I must have been like getting snacks or something.
Yeah, it was before.
Oh yeah, I completely missed it then. But I
Yeah,
watched it when I
I
got
saw it on
home.
Twitter. I saw it on Twitter after. Like I was just like on my phone, like, oh, Super Bowl starting, and I looked, and people on Twitter were like, "Oh my God, it's the Multiverse of Madness," and I was like, "I'll check it out." And like the stuff that came off the back of it, because I watched it, I was like, "That's dope." And then like a million fan theories came out. They were like,
There are so
"Look at the
many.
shattered glass in the poster." You could see like Agent Carter's shield in the
Oh
glass.
really?
You can see a silhouette of Deadpool doing like the thing.
See, I didn't look at like any of the theories. I watched the trailer
I didn't really
once.
look at it. They just popped up on my Twitter, and then Rob Liefeld retweeted somebody's tweet about the
Deadpool.
Deadpool glass with the emoji.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so
So
you know
like
he's gonna make at least a small cameo appearance, and
he's probably going to be in at least the end credit. You'd
I could see
imagine,
that.
just to
Yeah,
say like, hey, Deadpool's in the unit. Like he'll just like show up at the end, like, and have just missed all of the action,
yeah.
probably. And he's like ready to fight, and then like the big monster that Wong is fighting is just like dead in the street, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
I
But they'll bleep
do.
it.
I do think we did get, was it Patrick Stewart, or everyone thinks it's Patrick Stewart?
If you don't think that's Patrick Stewart, I'm gonna give me your address. I'll come to your house. I'll hit you in the head with a hammer or something. That is his voice. It's the only voice that sounds like that in the history of voices. It's like it's so obviously Patrick Stewart.
So people are, I mean, I know this isn't like our main topic of the day, but I want to talk about this just for a sec. So we're thinking it's going to be the Illuminati, who in the comics, the Illuminati
100%.
is, I don't think they're going to go with the same lineup, but
No, because you can see Reed Richards in the background.
well, he is in the Illuminati. It's Reed
Is he in
Richards.
the original
Yeah,
one?
it's
Oh, okay.
it's Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, Professor Xavier, Namor, Black Bolt, and Tony Stark. And each one of them is responsible for holding one of the Infinity Stones. And I think we're gonna get Tom Cruise, Tony Stark, which like I don't really like Tom Cruise, but I'm kind of excited for it because it's just
He's
gonna be
kinda
ridiculous.
nuts, like,
yeah.
Do you think they're gonna continue with Tom Cruise as Tony?
No,
Like
I think it's gonna be he's just gonna be the one
gonna
off
be a
in
one-off?
this
Yeah.
movie. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna. I think we'll get Reed Richards, but I don't think we're gonna get Black Bolt or Namor. I think instead it's gonna be maybe like a Loki variant.
No, I think Namor has been tossed around for a while.
He's gonna
As
show
being,
up
like-
in Black Panther 2
Okay.
because it's gonna be the Atlanteans, right? Atlanteans.
I don't know if they're still whatever the Marvel version of the It could just be the Atlanteans.
I think it's the Atlanteans versus Wakandans. It's gonna be like a war betwing the two of them, and he's gonna be the antagonist.
So you mean like what we could have gotten with them?
Yeah, that's exactly. Yep. Yeah.
I hate it here.
So I think they're gonna save him, and then I would like to see Black Bolt, but I don't think they'll do it. I think
just saw an article. I don't know how true it was or where it was from. I didn't really like delve into it. They said they're gonna bring back the Black Bolt from the show.
that's stupid. Oh God, why would you do that? Are you
Why
gonna
would you
bring
bring
back
up
Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch too?
I saw some some stupid Reddit shit comes out of all these movies, and this is pretty stupid what I saw, but I would actually be pretty pumped if it happens. If Chris Evans comes out of a portal,
that'd be cool. I'd be about that.
and Chris Evans comes out of a portal like as himself, and then Strange goes, "It's good to see you again, Cap," and he goes, "Cap,"
And then
And he
flames
flames
on.
like I would collectively lose my shit. It's a stupid fan service bullshit.
It
thing,
is.
But
Who
I'd be
cares?
cool with that,
They've been doing it with fucking Spider-Man. Why wouldn't they do it with this? Like,
right? Like he steps out and they're like, "Oh, good to see you, Cap," and he's like, "Who you calling Cap?" Like or something like, and
Yeah.
he just like turns on and then flies away. Like Marvel is just like digging into the bag. They're like, "We have everything now. Let's just fucking make everybody happy."
there's no point though to use the Black Bolt from the show though, because no one watched that
It's
show.
gonna be like, "That's the Black Bolt from the show."
I watched almost every Marvel property that there was, and I skipped that show because I heard it was horrendous. And
Yeah,
I think
even their
it was on TV for like a
introduction
week.
into, like, didn't they introduce him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. back in the day? The Inhumans? Yeah.
They
'cause it
introduced
was
the
like-
Inhumans, but not the Inhuman like royal family from the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. But
I
I
heard
hope
Vin Diesel
I
still
hope
wants
not.
to play Black Bolt, because he was thrown around as Black Bolt when the Inhumans movie was still.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, right. You
Oh,
sound a lot like Groot.
yeah, right. I could see that being a joke. Making okay, so I guess
It sucks. All of this comes out when I'm a beaten down, tossed aside DC fan. That they're just like, Marvel's like, come on,
they're
come on,
like,
man.
they're like, come on, here's Moon Knight, here's Multiverse of Madness.
They just put like a coat on me, and I'm just like, oh, this is pretty nice over here. Like
You're
Marvel's
just
like, look
you're
at all
just
this
giving
shit. We
in.
love our fans. And DC's just like, fuck you. So like literally everybody, they're like, everybody's gonna love a 70-year-old Batman. And they're like, what about Superman? Shut the fuck up. How about that? Who the fuck's Superman?
How about you know what? Now you get the Wonder Twins.
We're doing a Wonder Twins movie. It's like, fuck off. Just fuck right off. Like, there's also some more nerd news that probably only I care about. There was Rebel Moon casting, Zack Snyder's new movie.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm just not really like, it's whatever.
It's like a Star Wars take kind of movie. Ray Fisher's in it, which is dope. There's another BioShock is greenlit at Netflix.
I do have the BioShock Netflix series is greenlit, which I don't know how I feel about that.
Who would you want to play Big Daddy?
I don't think anyone's gonna be like Big Daddy is just gonna be some monster. I think.
I don't know. I think they'll do like a person, like a named person in it.
Who's
and do some sort of shit where like the Big Daddy's redeemed and he takes his helmet off.
I
or
hope
some
not.
shit.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, like,
Does the main character have a name in BioShock? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not Ethan. God, who am I thinking of? BioShock. So much easier when we're at a.
Who's the Would You Kindly? Is that Jack Ryan? So Jack is right.
Jack is the protagonist of BioShock.
Protagonist? You mean antagonist?
No, it says Jack is the protagonist. Would you kindly?
It's been so long since I've played BioShock.
They're not one and the same, are they?
Andrew Ryan. Thank you, Devin.
Andrew Ryan, yeah.
I could see get Leonardo DiCaprio to play Andrew Ryan. That's what I would want.
Yeah.
And then for Jack, I don't know.
BioShock main character. First thing that popped up was what BioShock main character would look like, and it's Chris Evans.
I'll take it. Yeah, why not?
As long as it's not Chris Pratt, I don't give a fuck who it is.
We were talking about this earlier, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. And Scott's like, oh, I'm totally about it. I'm like, yeah, watch James Gunn's.
It depends on who does it.
I'm like James Gunn's BioShock starring Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I would go on a crusade to destroy that movie. Out of just spite.
I could see Chris Pratt being Booker DeWitt from BioShock Infinite.
Speaking of Chris Pratt ruining things, did you see the Jurassic Park trailer?
I mean, that was ruined. That's not even his fault. That was ruined when Jurassic World came out because that movie is garbage, and so is the second one. I didn't see the second one.
Definitely garbage. But this one seems like there's 9 movies mashed together that just happen to have a dinosaur in it.
How
much? The beginning is like that snowy scene, and then there's one scene in the trailer that looks like Jason Bourne with dinosaurs.
How much farther can they take that? Like they're beyond Fast and the Furious ridiculous level. Like they're
they didn't go to space yet.
That's the next one. Dinosaurs in space.
But the thing is, okay, so the movie, the second one set up, right? And then it's called
I didn't watch
Park
it.
Dominion.
I didn't watch the second one, and I refused because it was a stupid concept.
Oh my god, there was a whole clone, like half human dinosaur clone storyline where like some girl is made out of dinosaur DNA. It's really stupid.
Oh god.
But they like all the dinosaurs get out. All you have to do is smash cut like 15 years in the future, and you do a Planet of the Apes Jurassic Park, where the dinosaurs have taken over. It's their dominion. Humans are trying to figure out how to survive in a world that dinosaurs are back.
I don't think that would happen though. Like I don't think dinosaurs would be able to I think they'd become more of just like a huge annoyance rather than like destroy,
suspend your disbelief,
bring the apocalypse.
Like, yeah, apes could do it.
Well, they're smarter than dinosaurs.
Yeah, but these are genetically engineered dinosaurs.
Oh, good.
You can write around it.
Jesus.
It would be cooler than whatever the fuck we're getting. I don't know what it is. It's just like Chris Pratt doing Jason Bourne getting chased by raptors. Steve said he wants to see a raptor with an AK. I agree.
I mean,
Make it, if you're gonna
at
make
this
it
point, why
stupid,
not?
Make it really, if you're gonna make it stupid, make it really fucking stupid.
Also, why the fuck are they in the snow when they're cold-blooded? It doesn't fucking make any sense. They would die. God damn it. I hate this movie. I'm not going to see it. This movie sucks.
It's really bad, and kind of in the similar vein as Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic Park roller coaster in Universal is fantastic, but in like the pre-line waiting thing, it's like Chris Pratt. He's like, "What are all these people doing here? Why'd you put a roller coaster in a raptor paddock?" And it's just like, if the line is long, you have to just watch the same video of Chris Pratt
over and over again.
And then Bryce Dallas Howard's like, and it's just like, oh my god, I don't want to be here. But the roller coaster is like fucking, it slaps.
It looks awesome.
Ride. Yeah, it's the only ride that it feels like it doesn't want you on there. It's like trying to fucking get you off of it.
The best part about Jurassic World was the guy that saved the margaritas.
Yeah.
Margarita Man is the only good part of that movie.
They had like a huge Margaritaville tie-in when that movie came out. Like they had a bunch of Jurassic Park Margaritaville merch.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, like I can get down with that. That's pretty cool. I remember
we're of that age where they're like, are those sandals that have little raptors on them? Oh,
I remember watching that in the theater. I was sitting next to Devin, and the whole time I'm like, "Oh, this movie's fucking crap." And
we all saw it together.
I know, and yeah, I know you did. I don't know how. And we get to that part with the pterodactyls, and the guy like saves his margaritas, and at the same time, Devin and I look at each other. It was like the margarita guy, and like that was my highlight of the movie.
Yeah, I like when the assistant got eaten by the swimming one. That was cool too.
Meh.
Where she like fell in the whole like falling in the tank and like there's a big dinosaur in it. That's cool. But like, yes, you're right. Hindsight, with all of the shit that came after it.
The bronod at the end between the T-Rex and the
T-Rex
raptor.
did that in the original too.
No, he did not.
When he came in and he just kind of like looked at the humans and then was just like whatever and then started eating.
Yeah, but yeah, he went after the raptors because the raptors attacked. They nodded. They were like, "Sup," and then it fucking ended.
Hey, animals nod at you. My cats nod at me all the time.
What a shitty.
And the
movie.
raptors were cat-esque in their behavior. No, I'm not saying scientifically. I'm just saying in the movie they like had a cat-like feel to them.
We've had 6 Jurassic Park movies, and there's only one good one.
I didn't mind the second one.
T-Rex in the City. Come on.
I just thought that was Sarah Jessica Parker.
That's the sequel.
Not before my coffee.
T-Rex in the City.
I mean,
but
you have a whole movie before that.
I agree. The movie isn't bad until that part, but that part ruins it. Yeah. It's like Signs. It's like at the end of Signs when you find out that like water kills them. It's like, oh, this is stupid now.
You didn't do your research.
Yeah. Anyway,
that planet doesn't look like water.
Let's move on. Scott, what are you playing this week? You still playing?
Still playing Dying Light.
Dying Light?
I haven't had much time to put into it as I want to. I think I'm going to play a little after, and then I'll play a little tomorrow.
Nice.
And I think I'm going to play that until next week when Elden Ring comes out.
Yes, that's right. I can't believe it's so close.
One death, one drink challenge. So
oh, geez. So it's going to be a fun stream.
Watch me maybe a 30-minute stream max, and then you'll see me on my keyboard asleep.
I saw a TikTok the other day. Some guy fell asleep while streaming and woke up like 3 hours later with 200 viewers. It's great.
Way to jack up your like average viewers too. Like, oh man. I mean, let's just stream and pretend to sleep.
Exactly, right? For 3 hours.
The meta is pretending to sleep.
How do you do that? Like, how do you like? Granted, he's like on the couch, but still, like, how?
A lot of people do like 12, 24-hour streams for like charity and stuff.
You just pass out. I don't know. I'm a terrible sleeper to begin with, so
I fell asleep like doing a work migration like my first year at Toys R Us. You're supposed to stay up overnight, and like we were on a call, and I was just sitting on the couch with my phone on speaker, and then I woke up to Scott. I was like definitely snoring on the Teams call, so I could easily fall asleep if I was streaming on a couch, 100%. Maybe not in my chair.
Okay.
But definitely on the couch.
I'm still playing Mass Effect Andromeda, but I haven't gotten a time since our last show to play it. And I have been really digging in time with Pokemon Arceus, and
Figure out how to stream that.
I could. I know. I mean, I have the capture card to do it, but it is such a fun game, and like I can play for like 4 or 5 hours straight and not make a dent in the game because I'm just exploring, and like it's great.
I've seen people play it. I guess I can't see how those two link up, but maybe it's a game you gotta play and not
because
watch.
it's just a lot of like, oh, what's over here, and then you just see like there's hundreds of Pokemon in it.
It like tingles off that like gamer sense where you're like, the game's telling me to go this way.
Yeah, and it's such a grind. It's such a grind too, which is not something I usually like, but I guess because it's Pokemon, I'm just invested in it. So
they nailed you with that nostalgia, huh?
Yeah, they definitely got me.
I remember we played the originals together so long that when we shut our Game Boys off,
Red and Blue
music.
Yeah,
because we're like, don't play without us. And we went to sleep in your living room, and we would wake up and be like, hey, we told you not to play without us.
Stop playing Pokemon.
We just heard the Pokemon music because we played for like 14 hours straight.
Oh, what a great game.
Yeah, what a great time of life that was. Trade Pokemon cards at Trade Wins.
Yes, I remember trading Pokemon cards at Trade Wins.
Eric still has that binder, I think.
Oh, really?
Somewhere. Yeah.
Nice. They're probably worth a bunch.
Yeah, I know. Be like, you're a doctor. You don't need the money. Give it to me.
With that, we are going to get started with our PC gaming draft. So here's how this is going to work. Scott and I are going to draft 12 games that are going to be released within the 2020 year. And at the end of the 2020 year, we're going to add up the Metacritic score from
I just stop you there.
Each of our games. Uh-huh.
It is 2022.
Yeah.
You said 2020.
I thought I said 2022, but
nope. You definitely said 2020.
Okay. I'm going to listen to that back because I could have sworn I said 2022, but all right, I'll take your word for it. So the 2022 video game draft is what we're doing. We're going to draft 12 games, and at the end of the year of the 2022 year, we are going to add up all the Metacritic scores, and whoever has the highest collective score will win the video game fantasy draft. I don't know. Video game fantasy season. So
we got to figure out like maybe the other one doesn't win as so much as the other one loses. So they have to do something.
Okay, we could do that. Like come on stream.
Like stream in a banana costume or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Something stupid.
We could have like a wheel where one of us the loser spins.
Wheels have fucked me in the past in this goddamn. I mean, I still won, but the wheels have fucked me, so I don't know if I want.
And whatever you pick, you have to wear that for like the next nerdcast.
Or do like the hot chip on a stream
we can do that too. I'll be honest, I don't really want to do that.
Well, then you better win. I'll do the hot chip. I don't care either way.
Some rules. If you pick a game, so you can pick whatever you want, right? And if you think a game's gonna like surprise drop, or you pick a game that gets delayed or something and winds up not coming up in 2022, then that means that you get a big old 0 for that game.
Goose egg.
So it's got to come out this year. So with that, because
there's some risks on my list.
Oh, I have some sleepers and some risks too. Scott, you're going to be keeping track.
I have a question though.
What's up?
There's some expansions of already existing games.
No, they don't count. Expansions don't count.
But it's technically like they treat them as new games. Specifically Destiny 2, because they don't make new Destinies, they just make expansions which are treated like new games.
I don't know. I guess I can allow it, but if you're going to be drafting like 20,
getting 24 games together.
Oh, I have 20. I have easily had 24 games.
I have like 25.
The only other rule is they can only be PC games. So it can't be like a Nintendo Switch game or like a
yeah, well, it has to come
PS5.
out on PC,
yes,
PC
exactly.
Exclusive.
It has to come. Yeah, there's nothing PC exclusive. Well, there's a few, but not really.
Yeah, not that much.
But it has to be out on PC. So you can't be like,
Breath
for
of the Wild too.
yeah, or you can't draft. I mean, I guess you could draft Horizon Forbidden West and hope that it comes out on PC, but as of right now,
zero.
it has not
No
been
way.
announced for PC. It'll
That'll
probably come out like
in
next year.
2026
Yeah.
probably.
So because I had the Rams and in the Super Bowl and the Rams won, I get first pick. Scott is going to be
I'm the Roger Goodell of this.
Yeah, and we're not snaking either. It's just 1 2 1 2 1 2 because there's only
Yeah.
So Scott's going to be the one that's going to be putting up everyone's picks on the board. Which, speaking of, you have that up on the reaction screen, so I switch over?
Yes, I do.
Let's go.
One step ahead of you.
Boom. Look at that. Look at that wonderful Microsoft Excel chart.
It is a Google Sheet.
Here. Oh, okay. Even better.
It's a Google Sheet.
All right. So I was kind of caught in between. There's 2 games that I wanted to pick. And I know what one I don't choose, you're probably going to pick. So I think this one's a little bit more safe though. So I'm going to go with Elden Ring.
Figured, yeah.
At number 1 because it comes out next week. Everyone's talking about it. It's going to be a big hit. I think it's going to be good. I don't even really like high fantasy type games, but this game just looks fucking great. So
you guys see these? Is this too small?
There we go. Ring. So my first pick is going to be Elden Ring. I think it's gonna kick some ass. Scott, yeah, that's my second one. That was my second.
Starfield. It's like that's an instant like 89 at least.
So the reason I didn't take Starfield is because I'm just worried that it's gonna get delayed.
Yeah.
Because it comes out in November, and I just feel like Elden Ring is the safe pick.
Yeah, no, you're right. It was a gamble for the first pick, but go big or go home.
Now, if I took Starfield and won, would you have taken Elden Ring?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Some of my picks are going to surprise you because a lot of these games I don't even really give a shit about, and I'm just playing for the score.
Same.
So, number 3, I have never ever played a game in this franchise. I don't give a shit about this franchise.
I think I know what it is, and I was going to pick this one. No.
It comes out in like 2 months, so I feel like it's safe, and it has a really, really big audience. So I'm going with Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Oh no, okay.
Oh wow, that was my 4th though. I see we're on the same page at least.
Okay, then I am going.
You're going with Lego Star Wars, huh? The Skywalker saga.
Yep.
Yeah. That's another one.
Those things print money and they're always so bad. That is not how you spell Lego, huh? There's no colon in there.
And there's yeah, and they never get bad scores either. Like Lego games are always like a solid 80 and above.
They always hit.
So
that's the reason. Yeah.
It's a very good pick. Okay. Now I have some thinking that I have to do. I should probably cross these off too as I go through. All right.
There's some risks out here that I want to go for, but
yeah, we're starting to get. I think those 4 are the like home runs.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to get into like the next tier.
Like, will it come out? Will it not come out?
I'm gonna take a chance on this one. And I'm gonna go with Tunic.
Oh, I don't have that on my list. I was gonna put it on my list.
Which is basically Zelda. It's like this fox that's in a tunic. It's a homage to Zelda. It plays a lot like Zelda. It's
asymmetric,
It's got that cell shading, and I think it's made by like an indie studio. So I really think that this has a chance to be like a really, really good game and get that high score.
My next one goes in the same vein.
Okay. I can't read that.
Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Oh, I didn't have that on my list at all. But yeah, I can see that.
Those are indie games that hit hard. Everybody loves Hollow Knight.
All right, where do I go from here?
This is 1, more fun than I thought it was going to be, and 2, harder than I thought it was going to be.
Well, because now I'm like, I want to pick something that's going to be a hit, but I have three that I think are for sure at least in like the 75s or higher.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with here's another game franchise that I don't know anything about and I don't care about. But I know a lot of people love it. I'm gonna go with Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, which is scheduled to come out on 3/18. And I'll be perfectly honest, I have no idea what this game is about. No clue. But I know that Final Fantasy always does well, and I feel like even their bad games are never below like sevens, 70s.
Yeah.
So I'll take the points here.
I'm sticking indie. Somerville. It's a studio with a bunch of ex devs who made like oh my god, now I'm blanking on it. Those like really creepy games from Xbox, like the side scrolling ones. Fuck. What the
Okay.
hell are they called?
It's from Playdead?
It's from a bunch of devs that we worked on.
Okay,
These games.
you're talking about Inside and
Inside, yeah.
and Limbo.
Yep, those were the two.
Two of my favorite side-scrolling games, actually.
Yeah. So and those games review very well.
They do review very well. Inside is fantastic. I mean, so is Limbo. Okay. I'm gonna stay in the Final Fantasy vein here, and I'm gonna go Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. I looked up apparently they've been remastering all of the Final Fantasies from 1 to 6, and I guess 7 too. But these are all, like the old Pixel games, and they all have like a high 7, low 8 score. So I feel like this is a safe pick.
My next one isn't safe, but if it hits, it's gonna hit.
I think I know what you're gonna take.
I'm taking Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay. You think it's gonna release this year?
They've stated multiple times that it's going to release.
Okay.
And a trailer and info drop is imminent.
I did see actually that it's rumored for September 2022 because the artwork, like the art booklet that's going to be a companion to the game, is scheduled to release, I think, September 6th, 2022.
That's a good spot for it too.
Yeah. I have that on my list, but it's more down in the like sleeper picks.
I just think Harry Potter and everything will surround a game that like people kind of clamored for a while. Not this one specifically, but the type of game that it looks a lot like Fable meets Hogwarts and Harry Potter, which I think a lot of people will enjoy. So hopefully it reviews well. But I'm taking it early because it's either going to be a fucking 40 or it's going to be a 90. I don't see like it just like kind of meandering. It's either going to suck or it's going to be good.
I think I think my next pick has the possibility of being the best reviewed game on the list. However, I don't know if it's going to release in 2022, but I'm willing to take that chance at pick number 6. I'm talking about Baldur's Gate 3.
That's in
it's in
Baldur's Gate?
Baldur. It's in early access.
It's in early access. It's been in early access for a while.
I have a friend who actually plays it often. And he loves it. It's not really my type of game. Most of these games aren't my type of game, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I could tell by the majority, a big chunk of it being.
I think the only one that I'm like looking forward to is Elden Ring, but I know that these games all have like high fan bases.
Yeah, I'm buying Tiny Tina's day one, so yeah, I'm expecting it to be good.
And I know Baldur's Gate has a big fan base. It's Dungeons and Dragons, is what it is.
Yeah.
And I know that when it comes out, when it actually like full releases, it's probably going to get like a great score. I think I don't see it getting lower than an 8, at least maybe like an 8.5 or higher. And I could see it ranking in like the high 9s. So I'll take that chance.
I think my game is going to kind of fall in that same area. Like I think this is pretty bulletproof if it comes out. I don't see why it wouldn't come out. Outlast Trials.
Okay.
Outlast Trials at number 6. It is a co-op Outlast game, which I think is going to be fun to watch, fun to play, and Outlast games review very well because they're like very immersive horror games.
Yeah, I can see that doing well.
Yeah.
This one, I think, has the potential to be really good, but I think it could also be a dud.
I think I have the same feeling for my next pick. I'm wondering if ours is going to be the same.
It's The Day Before,
Oh no! All right, I'm very much looking
which
forward to the day before.
which is kind of it looks like The Division with zombies.
I also don't think that's coming out this year.
It's scheduled for release on June
21st.
So even if it does get pushed back, there's still the possibility it'll get pushed back to the holiday season, which I'm hoping
dev
for.
team has been very like cagey
Really?
about a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's why I was letting it slide a little bit because like I could see it coming out in June. I could see them being like pulling a Cyberpunk, being like, we need 6 more months, and then it falls into Q1 2023
Yeah.
because that's a spot where no games come out and people are inside, and you're gonna want a co-op survival game. They're gonna maybe have some bugs, maybe see that it's summer and be like, hey, people don't really stay inside.
I can see them pushing it back. I feel like a lot of games get pushed back in
Yeah.
summer, and nothing comes out in the summer. It's usually like a slow time for games.
This game looks like one of those PS5 games that like review really well because it seems like it's a PS5 first party game, but it's releasing on PC as well. For Spoken,
Okay.
it's like that girl with the powers and stuff.
I don't have
I'm
that
not
on
too
my
sure.
list.
I'm not too sure what it's about 100%, but it looks really cool, like physics-based superpower, kind of high fantasy PlayStation 5 narrative, like tight over the shoulder, you know,
Okay.
what PlayStation does, you know, that third person narrative driven action oriented kind of blockbuster game that really review well.
Like every PlayStation game?
Yeah, basically they have a nice mold that
Yeah.
they pour different ingredients into.
Okay. I took two risky picks. So I think I'm going to go back to something safe with this one, which I hope it's safe. I feel like this game's going to review somewhere in the 7s. I do think it does have the potential to be much worse. I don't know if it has the potential to be much better, but I'm going to go with Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Ooh, I have that on my list.
It's a game. It's a turn-based strategy game. I really don't like turn-based games, but
I thought it was gonna be like Ultimate Alliance at first, which I got very excited
that's what I
about.
was hoping it would be like. But no, it's turn-based. It's more like XCOM,
Yeah.
and I don't like those type of games. But if I'm a sucker for anything, it's superhero games. So I buy almost everything Marvel, everything DC that comes out on game consoles on PC. So I will probably be purchasing this. I might wait for the reviews. If it's really bad, I won't. But I think it'll be like a 7.3, something like that.
Yeah, I could see that. What was I gonna pick? Oh, that was what I was gonna pick. I'm gonna go with Redfall, and hopefully it comes out. It's supposed to come out in August.
I have September.
Oh, sorry.
I could be
Probably should look it up.
wrong though. But yeah, that's on my list too. I was thinking about it.
September 2022. They must have moved it back a little bit.
I think that I think it should be good.
Yeah, co-op zombie game
All right, I'm back on the
or a
clock.
vampire game. Sorry, whatever. One of them. One of the bad guys.
I think this one's probably a pretty safe pick too. I'm gonna go with the Saints Row remake
Oh,
or reboot,
nice.
whatever it is, which comes out in August. And Ubisoft
It got pushed back to August, so it should come out.
It should. And Ubisoft is the same thing. It's like they only most of their games, none of their games review bad. Like they'll review either very well, but usually I feel like they fall somewhere between like the 7.5 to like high 8s usually. So I feel like that's a safe pick. And they have a chance to reboot the franchise. Saints Row is kind of like GTA, So I
Yeah.
feel
And then
like they're not going to
there's
let
like
this
a
fail.
there's like an itch for a game like that because like what else has come out?
Because we've been playing GTA 6 for 10 years.
GTA 5.
5, that's what I meant, yeah.
So I'm gonna be a homer here as well. I'm gonna take Gotham Knights.
Nice.
I don't think
I don't think it's
I
coming out
don't
this year.
I think since they already pushed Suicide Squad,
Mm,
they're gonna push Gotham Knights out.
okay.
Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy were both kind of like in an investment call, like no, they're coming out. So it is a risk, but I put it down here at 9. I wasn't gonna take it any earlier, but it's probably not gonna review the best. I would say I'm gonna get a solid 7 out of it, maybe a 6.
That's
But
what I'm
I'll take
thinking
it.
too. I think it's going to be like meh. It's going to be okay.
I think at first it's gonna be meh.
I'm still going to play it.
Yeah,
Because
me too.
again, I'm a sucker for superhero games and comic
Yeah.
book games.
Yeah,
So
we have like a
like,
co-op
yeah.
Arkham kind of deal. I'm good with that.
Who 3 picks left? All right. Um, looking at my list here, this game I'm going to play, and I think it's going to be surprisingly
I hope you
very,
don't pick what I'm about to
very,
pick.
very like well reviewed. I'm gonna take Stray, the game with the cats.
Oh, okay. All right. I have another game that I think is going to review very well, like and be kind of like a hit, like a sleeper hit. And my sleeper hit is going to be Avatar.
Oh, I don't think that's coming out this year. But
I mean,
if it does, I think that's gonna be a huge hit.
yeah. I think it's scheduled to come out this year.
No shot. We haven't seen anything about it outside of that one trailer that we got. What was it, last year? Or was it at E3?
I just put Avatar game release was like December 1st, 2009. I was like, oh, it already came out. Yeah, Ubisoft's Avatar game will arrive in 2022.
Okay. See, that was completely just off my radar. I wasn't even
Oh, good. I should have
thinking
maybe
about
waited
it.
a couple picks.
You could have waited to last and taken it. Okay. I think I know my next 2 picks, unless you snipe my last one. I'm gonna go with Ghostwire Tokyo
That was my next one.
for 11 because it's coming out next month, and
I saw the gameplay and like it was different than I expected, so it didn't like I was gonna get it, but then it didn't pique my interest
yeah,
enough.
it looks cool, but it again, like, kind of like what you said, like my interest is not piqued with it, but
Yeah.
it looks cool, and I'm sure it will review well. So why
Yeah.
not? It looks like it's what is it like, kind of like a survival horror type
Yeah, it's like
game?
a first person like spell weird. It looked the controls and movement looked a little janky. And I know this got like pushed around date wise, so like I don't know if it's gonna come out and be like functional.
As long as it's
So,
over a 7,
yeah.
I'll be happy.
What to do? What to do? You yanked my next one. What do I not have? I just had like a something on my. You know what? Fuck it.
What are you going with?
WB Multiverses.
Okay, nice.
It's their
Why
Smash
not?
Brothers.
It is.
I think fighting Gandalf fighting Batman is gonna be fun.
I don't see this game getting lower than like a 6.5,
Yeah.
and that's low. I think it'll probably review somewhere in the 7s.
Yeah.
All right, this game doesn't have a release date, but I do think it's going to come out in 2022 because it is a side-scrolling 2D beat 'em up. I'm talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. This game looks like Turtles in Time. It looks great. I think they're definitely adding some new things. You could play as April. You can play as Splinter.
You can play as April.
Yep.
No way.
I mean, I hope that they announce Casey Jones because that'd be let's freaking go. But I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So that's
Another
what I'm
game
taking.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Not too sure it's gonna come out this year. And I honestly don't know how it's gonna review at first. But I'm gonna go Nightingales
Okay.
because it's like a survival co-op, bring your friends, kind of like a weird turn of the century feel to it. It looks unique. So the uniqueness is gonna either bite me in the ass. Did I lock my pick in? Can I change it?
Is it locked in?
Judges. I'm cool with it if you don't want me to change
I
it.
think you're locked in.
I just okay. I saw something on my list that I'm surprised we didn't pick.
Do you want to change it? I'll give you the opportunity to.
Okay.
At the last second, Stalker 2. Yeah. So
I looked up and I was like, fuck, I didn't pick Stalker.
Stalker 2 is supposed to release on 12/8. And
December.
that's why I'm like, it's so close to the end of the year. I think it might just get
but
pushed.
they pushed it there.
Did they?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out soon, and they pushed it there. So I think it's gonna come out.
Okay.
So it was
So
like supposed to come out in April or some shit like that.
so I do have some that are on my list that we didn't pick. I'll just go down what else I had on here. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection is supposed to come out this year, but there's no release date for it, so who knows? A Plague Tale Requiem.
Yeah.
I had Horizon Forbidden West as a possible sleeper, but I don't think it'll come out in 2022.
No.
System Shock remake, Prince of Persia: Sands of Times remake, which I don't think that's going to come out.
The Dead Space.
Oh
reboot.
yeah, the Dead Space reboot also. I don't have that on here though.
Come out. Callisto Protocol too. Those are the guys who made the original Dead Space, made their own studio, who are making a horror game. So it's like,
yeah, that's probably going to be awesome. That game is the original Dead Space is probably the scariest game I've ever played. I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that game is frightening. The other two I had.
Gollum.
Yeah, I don't think that's coming out this year. That's why I didn't put it on my list. I have Overwatch 2 and Arc 2 are the other two.
Overwatch 2, I thought it was like semi-confirmed it was 2023, but like the beta will be out in 2022.
Okay.
So it's like, because the Overwatch League is on Overwatch 2, and that starts May 5th. So I think what you're going to get is you're going to see a lot of it in Overwatch League, and then come like
I saw summer they're trying to release it.
The grand finals. The grand finals might be the end of summer, and it's going to be like, watch the grand finals for your Twitch drops or your YouTube whatever, and you'll get a beta key, and then the beta will release late summer, early fall, and then it could either release holiday time, October or holiday time, or just fall into 2023. Because they said in writing it was delayed till 2023, so that's why I didn't put it on there. I definitely would have picked it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were going to take it, but yeah, same thing. I feel like I've been hearing about it for a while, and I don't know if it's actually going to release this year or if it's going to fully come out next year. So,
oh, my boss Tom said no Warhammer or Darktide. Those they're gonna review well though.
They are going to review well.
They will. But hey, it wouldn't be fun if we didn't take some risks, right?
So with that, my list, my team,
guys in chat
of video games.
Who do you think is gonna win?
I have
out of all these.
I have Elden Ring, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, Tunic, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, Baldur's Gate 3, The Day Before, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Saints Row. Is it a remake or a reboot?
It's like a remake of the first one.
Okay, yeah. So Saints Row Remake, Stray, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Scott has Starfield, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Somerville, Hogwarts Legacy, Outlast Trials, Forspoken, Redfall, Gotham Knights, Avatar, WB Multiverses, and Stalker 2. All right, yeah, and let us know.
I think Steve's right. I did take more risks than you.
You definitely took more risks, but I think if you hit, you're gonna hit. If Avatar comes out, that's gonna be a huge game, I think. Yeah. And if Redfall comes out too,
some kind of punishment for the loser rather than a treat for the winner. I think I'm throwing my hat in. I'll have to do like a hot chip on stream, and then Steve, you can throw around.
We'll
for your
figure
punishment once a day.
something out. Yeah, we'll figure something out before next week and then announce it. And if you're
Yeah.
watching on YouTube, you can also comment below what you think, who you think will be the winner. We will find out in December.
Come at me. I'll defend my list. I don't know why I would defend it. I don't have any.
We'll do a recap in January and see who won.
Yeah, we can like bring it in as a segment when each one comes out and start adding up the total.
We definitely can, and then we'll keep like a tracking of it.
Tally.
Yeah, running tally of it.
Because I could add a. Can I add a insert a cell?
Sure, why not?
Insert a cell and ship it. What the? Whatever. Okay, there we go.
Trying to excel on stream.
Yeah. I always do that. Like I go to capitalize something, and my finger doesn't come off shift quick enough. And I just want to copy it. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll do it later.
All right, we go. That works. Yeah, there we go. Total. Cool. I'm excited. So I will watch Elden Ring like fucking shits the bed next week. It's just awful. I'm like, God damn it.
I don't think
wasted my first pick. No, I don't think it will either. I'm happy. I'm happy with my list. I like it.
You know what? I'm happy that I went super risky.
All right.
I think the games that I do have coming out are are more guaranteed to be higher. So I had some room for some risks.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely went safe. I took from like picks 4, 5, 8, and 9 were like my safe picks.
Yeah, safe, risk, safe, risk, safe.
Yeah, you definitely had more risk.
That whole middle bit was a little risky.
All right, with that, I think that's going to be the end of the show.
Yeah. Oh man, we got right at an hour.
Yeah.
Right. We close to it.
I am at 58 minutes, so yeah.
Yeah, 58:40 for me.
Scott, anything else you want to say to the good people?
No. Good luck in your draft.
You
I
too.
hope you lose.
Yeah. The feelings are mutual.
I'm good with spicy stuff, so I'm fine. I've always wanted to try a hot chip, so maybe I want me to lose too.
With that, again, you can join the Cool Nerd Nation, our Discord. It is in the description. You can also join us or follow us on Twitch.
I don't do much
YouTube.
losing though.
You're gonna lose this one though.
I don't do much losing around here.
We went
as the resident champ.
We went 6 rounds in Brawl Days, or 7 rounds, and I almost beat you. So we'll do the.
Yeah, but this ain't hand grenades, baby. This is real life. Almost doesn't count.
We're gonna do Brawl Days. It's gonna be a competitive winter because it's gonna be Brawl Days right into the winner of the draft.
One of these days we're gonna run out of games to play.
Figure something out.
Legitimately fight each other on stream. Just get a ring and just start punching each other.
All right. With that, thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. If you listened on any of the podcast services, we are available on almost all of them. I think one of them hasn't accepted us yet. I think it's like Pandora or some shit that no one listens to anymore. And now they definitely won't accept us. But you can listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Music, anything like that.
Steve, I think my Steve redeemed a channel point, and I think my alerts are broken.
Did you mute them?
Somehow.
Didn't you mute them? We were having that issue before.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
With that, we will see you next week. I don't know what our topic is for next week. We're gonna have to figure that out.
We got a list of topics. We'll figure it out. And then I'll make a stupid Photoshop of it and I'll tweet it.
All right, Scott. I'll see you later, and thank you everyone for joining us.
Later, from the champ. The Cool Nerd Show. Hey, and in my stream. Where the fuck is it? Cool Nerd Show.